So Terminator Genisys hit cinemas, and boy, was it filled with all sorts of Easter eggs and references and the like. And being the 5th Terminator movie, why bloody wouldn't it be? Today though, I've asked Bandit Incorporated to take the reins on this one, because I'm away this weekend, and I'm not capable of pulling off any kind of YouTube video shenanigans. Plus, you know, he does know the Terminator universe better than I do. But I will be back at the end to wrap things up and point you in the direction of his channel, which you should definitely check out.
So, like he said, yeah, I guess I'm filling in for this one, but don't worry, it's only temporary. Mr. Sunday will be back for the next one, and I promise to make this as seamless as possible. Straight up, this is no surprise, but large sections of the beginning of the film is shot for shot the first Terminator movie. I'm not going to go through all of it, but we got everything. We got the time-traveling Terminator, the tough 80s punks, stealing Nike sneakers, confused garbage truck drivers that are working in the middle of the night for some reason. Yeah, just all of that stuff. There's several classic Terminator lines, such as, can't be bargained with, can't be reasoned with, come with me if you want to live, get out, no Maria, I'm not having an affair with the maid. You know, all the good ones. Some of the T-1000 stuff seemed to nod to Terminator 2, including coming out of the mirror the same way that he came out of the floor in the second movie. The silver mannequin makes a return, being shot in the eye and having it seal back up again, smashing your head through a windshield and then running down targets that are shooting from the back of a van. The original T-1000 Robert Patrick also made a brief appearance in the waiting room scene where Arnie and John Connor just come barreling through the wall. The John Connor Terminator also shares traits of some previous Terminators, being subdued by a big magnet thing and doing that backwards to forwards kind of morph. By the way, you know in Terminator 2, the T-1000 grows like 2 extra arms so that he can fly the helicopter and shoot at the same time? Well, how come when he fights Arnie, he doesn't just sprout like 50 different arms and just rain down punches on him? Or just turn into like a big blob, envelop him, solidify, and then just like slowly crush him like an anaconda? I mean, come on, Terminator 2, get it together! So Arnie is back, obviously. He's even learning to smile again like he did in Terminator 2. I think that's in the director's cut though. He also loses the skin off his arm again, and also completely loses his arm. And the young Arnie once again stares naked out over the city skyline when he arrives. Only this time the camera pans up to avoid showing off the Arnie booty, because quite frankly, you don't show the Arnold booty twice in the same century. The mere force of that alone could create some kind of rip in the fabric of reality, creating a dark, black hole of oblivion that just sucks all of us straight in. Okay, moving on. Both Miles Dyson and Danny Dyson both make an appearance again, and John Connor and Kyle Reese have the same scars from their individual movies. There's also several nods to the Sarah Connor Chronicles TV show, arriving in the middle of the highway when traveling forward in time, and there was also a Terminator in the show called Myron Stark, who overshot the whole time travel thing and ended up working in construction, just like Arnie did in this movie. And with all the new time travel elements introduced, the film makes a bit of a nod to Back to the Future when a DeLorean drives past during the chase scene with the T-1000. Other references are so coded in Terminator lore that even the most hardcore of Terminator fans might not pick up on it. For instance, when John Connor is being dragged out by the magnet, there's a quick flash where we can see the machine part separate from the human part, and the human part has tears rolling down his face, which is something that Arnie said Terminators can't do. In Terminator 3, Arnie says that he was the one who killed John Connor in the future, which he kinda does here. The misspelled subtitle of Genisys that everybody hates is also a bit of subtle foreshadowing of John Connor himself, that he is a mixture of both mechanical systems and genetics. And the whole thing of why Kyle Reese would fall in love with a photo of Sarah Connor before he has even met her is expanded on in the stairway scene where Sarah tells the young Reese to run, which he later says he was just thinking about how beautiful she was. So later as an adult, seeing that photo would have subconsciously triggered that memory from childhood. See, now that makes sense that he would fall in love with the photo because it's triggering that memory. See, this movie's filled with great stuff like that. It's so much better than people give it credit for. I really liked it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for putting up with me. And if you want to go check out my channel, it would be a good time to do so because I'm right in the middle of making like a fully animated fan fiction rewrite of the Star Wars prequels. Phantom Menace is already done, and Attack of the Clones is going to be coming out tomorrow. So you can click on the link to find my channel or just type Bandit Incorporated into the YouTube search and you'll find me. So now, back to you, Mr. Sunday.
Thanks, Bandit. You bloody nailed it. Like a hammer nailing down on a frog. His amazing Star Wars prequel videos that he mentioned will be linked at the end of this video, along with my playlist on all the other Easter egg videos that are on my channel. Also, I have a podcast called The Weekly Planet. It covers movies and TV shows and comics. And like I said, all those things will be linked at the end of this video and below. What was your favorite nod or Easter egg from Terminator Genisys? And if you've spotted anything extra, please feel free to leave them in the comments. But not the Arnie thumbs up one, because I just mentioned that just now. Or how like a big vehicle flips, like in part 3, or how the skin of a T-800 gets blown clean off, like in Salvation. Or how Kyle Reese is working on a red bike at the end, just like cool 90s John Connor does. Or how we get a Terminator walking through fire, or whatever. So many great moments, ripped from other films, I mean homaged. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thanks everyone, take care.